Hi, this is Mark from Wiki Design. In this video, I'm going to show you a free and easy way to add your YouTube channel feed to a WordPress website. To pull this off, you will need to install this free plugin from Smashballoon. This will bring in your feed and give you a lot of different options to make it look similar to this right here. So once you have that installed and activated, we can just jump right into the settings and I'll show you how easy it is to get this set up. Once the plugin is installed and activated, you're going to see this new tab right here called YouTube Feed. You need to just jump over into this right here. And the first thing you need to do is just click this big blue button. So once you click continue, it's going to make you log into your Google account that's connected to your YouTube feed. So once you do that, it's going to look like this. So we'll automatically add this section right here and fill in your channel ID. So once everything's done here, you can just hit save. Now we can head over into this customize tab right here, and this is going to give you a lot of different settings on how the feed's going to look on the front end of the website. So here we are on this demo website, and let me just quickly walk you through the different things that we can change. So this right here is considered the header area. This right here is, of course, the YouTube feed grid, and they give you this option for these buttons down here. So load more is just going to load up more videos. You can see right here, we just keep loading up more videos. And then this right here, the subscribe button, would just jump the user over to your channel so they can subscribe. The first thing I recommend is just keeping this at 100%, this width of feed. So if you're going to use something, so in this case we're using the Elementor page builder, just make sure that you have it at 100% because we can actually change how wide this feed is going to be just inside Elementor. So if you're using a regular page builder like Gutenberg or something like that, I recommend changing that width in the page builder setting rather than here. So you don't need to mess around with the height or anything like that. You can change the background color if you want, but I don't think that's necessary. And underneath we have a regular grid. So the one we have right here is called gallery, where it's got the current video at the top in full width and then the grid underneath. They have list, and then if you want, you can have a carousel, but anything marked with pro, of course, means you're gonna have to upgrade to the pro version. So depending on what you want, you could do grid or gallery. I kind of like gallery because if you go down here and let's say I click on this video, how to add Google Analytics to WordPress, it automatically is going to play up here and keep that video dark. So the user can actually play around with different videos without having to, move across the screen or anything like that. So they could just play it right there. So let me pause that. And yeah, so you can change how many columns you want. So 3 and 2 on mobile. This is probably going to be good in most cases. So right here, 3 columns. And then if you scroll down to mobile, you're going to see once it gets to there, it's going to go to 2 in a column. So play around with those settings, whatever you think, but I think 3 and 2 work pretty good. Number of videos, so this is how many you want in your grid by default. If you remember, I clicked the load more button already, so let me refresh this page and show you that it's just going to show 6, so 3 and 3. And then, of course, all of this is grayed out because you have to have the pro version if you want this, but just have that play icon on. I recommend having that on. If you don't have that, it's going to get rid of this play icon. So the user might not even know that these are videos, so keep that on. Space between videos, just 5 pixels. You can see right here, 5 pixels is in between. So if you wanted, you can change this, let's say something a little bit bigger so you can see. Let's do that, hit save, and hit refresh. And you can see right here now there's a lot more padding in between these videos. And if you remember, I talked about the header, so they don't really give you very many options. This right here is just called the header, and you can see it pulls in the name of the channel, and then this information is being pulled from our YouTube channel under the About section, I believe it is. So whatever text you have in there is going to pull in. I personally don't really think that it's very useful to have that. I'd rather inside Elementor or whatever builder you're going to use, just add that static, because if you can see right here, it has like links to schedule a consultation. It doesn't look very good, and the user was not going to be able to click this link and go to our contact page. So I actually would recommend maybe just turning that off. And you can see right here, channel description, you can turn that off. So that's the description. And let's see what it looks like if we just have just the header but turn off the description. Let's see if that looks okay. So I'm going to go here, hit refresh, and you can see right here, it's just kind of like our icon. So I guess that's okay, but you can, like I said, always add this above the feed if you want, and you have a lot more control inside a page builder or something like that. So I turn the description off, and then you can see right here the load more button. Standard options, you just have a yes or no. You can change the background color, text color, and what it says. If you do realize that when you click on load more, it's not going to just load all of your videos forever. I think it limits 2 or 3 times. So you can see right here, I clicked it 2 or 3 times, and it's just going to show that amount of videos. I don't think there's any settings or anything like that that you can change to make it load all of your videos. And just like the load more button, you have a subscribe button. You can click yes or no, so standard stuff. And yeah, I recommend keeping 9:16 rather than 3:4. So if you have square videos, you would go to this one right here. Play automatic desktop only. I don't think that works very well. So you can see right here, I'm on a desktop, and it's not going to play the video automatically. If you're not aware, it's a browser limitation. Browsers don't want videos to play automatically that have audio. So if you had a way to turn off the audio by default, you could play these automatically. But I don't think that that setting even works correctly. And then everything else down here I just kept at default. They have some GDPR settings right here. You can turn this on if you have some sort of consent form. You can do that right here. And I actually just kept all of this by default, and it all works correctly. So if for some reason it's not working with your theme, or you have some sort of conflict, come into here and maybe play around with some of these settings right here, like maybe have it where the JavaScript files in the header. So they give you options right here to learn more. So if for some reason it's not working in your theme, like I said, just come here and see if any of these settings will help it load correctly. So that's it. Anything that you make here on this page, any changes, you just click Save Changes. And then this right here is how you're going to display the feed itself. So they just give you this shortcode. So all I did was just copy this, and let me jump over into our Elementor page and show you that I just added literally a shortcode widget, and that's all it took to display this correctly. So if I go into Elementor, you can see right here I have a shortcode, and I just added this shortcode right here called YouTube feed, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. Now, if you remember, I didn't want it to be 100% full width across the whole website. So what I did is inside this section right here, inside this column, you can see I just have the box layout at 900. So I can change how wide I want this thing, because by default, if you drag it in and your section is like a full width, it's going to go all the way across the screen. So here we could just make it where I could force it to be 900 pixels. And then if you look right here under the display tab, like I said, this is the feed right here. This is the main shortcode that you're going to be using on your website, but they give you a few different options if you want different things. So for example, if you wanted to change how wide it is, but inside the shortcode, or change the backgrounds, they give you a lot of these different options right here. So pretty much all of those options that we were playing around with on the Customize tab, you can just do that with shortcode if you wanted. But I prefer to just do it in the Customize tab and just use this generic shortcode up here. And that's it for this video. Make sure you give it a like, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and hit that bell to receive notifications when I release new WordPress tutorials like this. Again, this is Mark from Wiki Design.